Hello. Hi, Christina. Okay, there we go. I had to look and see how to turn on the chat for today. Hi, how are you, Christina? I'm so glad that you are here today for today's class. Everyone is slowly coming on, and we'll just commune while everyone. I have some lotion here. I'm gonna put on. The Sage brand is so been a huge part of my self-care routine lately. Oh my gosh. Christina, where are you from? Yes. North Carolina. Oh, that's such a beautiful state. Yes, I love North Carolina. So I want to welcome you, Christina, and to everyone else that's present on the live call now. And I just want to inspire everyone that during the chat, you can over to the right of the screen. During the class, over to the right of the screen, you can use the chat. Feel free to chat amongst each other, to reply, and feel free to communicate with each other. And then over at the bottom of the screen, you should see a thing to raise your hand or to ask a question. And so that's what we'll do. We'll ask questions. Anything, put that in the Q&A box. And then we'll chat in the chat section. All right, everyone. So I definitely had a wonderful week. So much happened this week, and it's just so much going on in the world. And I just wanted to, again, just have this class to just inspire us and, and just to help us move forward in a way that is aligning and that is positive and that helps us vibrate higher daily on our path. Because being in the world that we live in, can you imagine? Can you imagine like not knowing the tools of vibrating higher, of self-care, of just positive living, intentional living, like what that looks like and what that feels like. And if you don't by any chance, that's what this website is for, Vibrate Higher Daily, and that's what these classes are for. So welcome. I'm so excited you're here. Yeah, something more upbeat, or just work with us. Okay, so we're going to get started shortly. This class is self-care today, and this class will be recorded. It's going to be on the website also. So for anyone who is on today and is a member, you will be able to access this class in the members lounge. And then if you're not a member but you did purchase the class, you will be also able to watch the class after on the class page. So head over there anytime if you want to just review and all that good stuff. So let's see. All right. Yeah, that would be good. Can I get the white cup? Okay, everyone. Are y'all ready to get started? We have more and more people joining on. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So what I would like to do is, as always, we are going to go to our Energy Cleanse playlist. If you just give me a second here. I'm going to screen share so that way we can get over and we can get some aligning going. And we'll play Energy Cleanse. So I'm going to play the Energy Cleanse playlist off of the playlist, the Most High One. And this is a sacred prayer that I did with Londrell. And it's just to align us and to get us all in one breath and one flow for the class today. And just a second here. That's not what I want to do. I do want to take this off of my speaker. As you see, I was already listening to my relaxation music. And here we go, everyone. Let's start with this and then get right into the class.
I surrender to that which is more divine than myself, bigger than myself, more aware than myself. Surround me and surround my thoughts. Protect me in all directions. Elevate my self-awareness as I now align it with the highest awareness that is yours. With this awareness, I welcome in the experience of high vibrational energy, opportunity, and love. I welcome in divine peace, balance, and mindfulness. Enter in my thoughts, my spirit, my body, my emotions, and my soul. Enter in my relationships, my plans, my encounters, my home, my habits, my goals. Each day, guide me, protect me, strengthen me, fortify me, enlighten me, cover me. Purge my reality of all that does not serve my highest good. I welcome your supreme presence in all that is divine to enter in. You are the sacred one, and my body is a temple. Preserve me, nourish me, fuel me, charge me up, and dwell in my temple daily. I will honor you there and on my journey everywhere. Thank you for your daily provisions, guidance, and blessings. Thank you for the divine angels you have watching over me, guiding me, and protecting me. You are the light that shines in me, around me, and through me. I give thanks and praise to you and for you, the Most High One. And so it is.
And there. All right, and we're back. All right, how does everyone feel after that prayer? How's everyone vibing today? How was the energy, and how was your weekend? And let's just get with the energy check. Let's start with that and check in. You can leave your comments in the chat section. This is so tasty. So I'm vibrating higher now. I have a wellness tonic in here, and it's like so amazing. So we're gonna get into that also in the class today. So self-care has been such a major part of my development, of my cultivation, and is such a important, essential aspect of this path of Vibrating Higher Daily. And the reason self-care is important is because we need a way as vibrational beings and as energy beings to take our power back, to realign, to restore, to recenter into balance, just all the things that are necessary to just, feel alive again and feel whole again, and then to put out our highest potential works, self, energy into the world. So we're going to go ahead and get right into class with our first slide. So actually, I need to screen share. First, I need to screen share with you all. So let me share my screen again, and then that way you can see what I'm seeing. We're all on one page. All right, everyone. So, all right. So self-care. So self-care, I have here enhance your well-being, because that is exactly what self-care is about. It's about enhancing our well-being, as I stated before. And so in today's class, these are our topics. If you look towards the bottom, we are going to cover slowing down, and we're going to talk about restoring balance, energy cleansing, one of my favorites. And that's why I call that playlist energy cleansing, because that's exactly what it does. Nurturing and nourishing, nervous system care, taking your power back, of course, and thriving. Because at the end of the day, all of this is in order for us to thrive. So let's get right into it. So the first topic is slowing down. So as we know, we can get caught up in our day, in our work, in our responsibilities, and the energy of everyone else around us, even the energy and the energetic impact on social media. So we need a way to slow down our lives. So in slowing down our lives, which is a huge essential of self-care, we want to look at things like taking time and making space. And what that looks like to take time and make space is it's you taking time out of your day, out of your schedule, and making that a priority, whether it's going to be a walk in nature, prayer, meditation, a nap, like whatever it is that gets you there, it's taking time and making space for that. Because a lot of times, like our day is energetically so full and physically so full, mentally, all the ways is so full, but we have to make space. And sometimes it may not feel like you have it, you can't, but there's just adage, when you feel like you don't have time to vibrate higher, you don't have time to meditate, the actual saying is that's when you need the most. That's when you need it the most. So definitely to take time and make space for slowing down, for vibrating higher, for returning yourself back to your center. Okay. And then point number 2 is becoming present and tuning out the noise. So when you become present, like, you are literally tuning out the noise. And what this looks like is, you can have all these goals, you can have all these plans, or you can be in the middle of, even in the middle of your workday, of a big meeting, but your mind is somewhere else and you're not able to be as productive or bring your highest potential to the table to serve you and to serve whatever you're doing. Then if that's the case, it's a disservice to yourself. So becoming present in that moment and just feeling, how can I ground myself in this experience? How can I ground myself in whatever I'm doing? It could be cooking. It could be with your children. It could be with a loved one. It could be, studying, whatever it is. It's just taking time to slow down in that moment and just remember that you are in divine timing. Where you are is where you need to be. And as you vibrate higher there, it's how you align yourself to go forward in a more positive direction, a more affirming direction from there. Each day is, as we vibrate higher each day, all that energy is giving us, a boost to go forward, either in the higher direction or a lower direction. So let's continue to vibrate higher, right? And tuning out the noise. What that looks like, slowing down, it's so necessary for slowing down to tune out the noise, because that can come from within and it can come from without. So when you have noise coming from without, a lot of times that's going to look like, doubts from other people. It's going to look like, just all these obligations, and which could all be, necessary. But what we want to do is sometimes take time to tune out, take time, right, for point 1, but you want to take time to slow down and tune everybody out and just, check in with yourself, see how you're feeling. Am I operating from my center? Am I operating from a higher vibrational place? And as you tune out the noise, you can hear clearer. Your intuition is more in tune and more aligned. Your spiritual insights, same, they're more attuned and more aligned. And your vibration is higher. So definitely take time to tune out again and just become a clear channel for what it is you need, right? And slow living. This is going to be a class coming. This is a class all by itself. And I'm so passionate about slow living. Oh my goodness. Slow living, again, is a way and is an essential in self-care. And what slow living in a nutshell looks like in this instance is, again, it's taking time to enjoy a meal and really be there, eating the food. Taking time to cook your food. You're not rushing, right? Because when we're rushing, we're upsetting our nervous system and our vibration can become scattered. And when your vibration is scattered, you're not able to vibrate higher, and put all the energy and vibrations into the meal, into you, into this moment, right? Because your energy is going out in different directions. Wherever your mind is going, that's where you're sending energy out to. So it's taking time to slow down and just be where you are. And I think sometimes that looks like, if you've ever been around somebody and you're talking to them, and they're just really not there with you. They're physically there, but vibrationally, they're not there. And you can tell they're all around the place. And that doesn't feel good, And so even in the instance of communication with other people, just slowing down and being present with them, and being present with your children, and knowing it's okay to not be anywhere else but where you are. And that's where the divine has you, for right there, using yourself to the highest ability wherever you are. And slowing down allows us to do that. And living in a world with all this fast technology and gratification, instant notifications, all of that, it sometimes can reprogram us to look for the fast. And slow living is a way of us going back to a slower way that is more, conducive to our nervous system, which we're going to talk about. And it's just a more affirming way of living, that we don't have to rush our lives. We live by divine timing, and where I am is where I need to be. And slow living, and I talk about this a lot, is in the creative process. I call it slow creating. And slow creating means if you're working on a project, you are able to, you don't have to rush. You're not looking, I have to have this out. Everyone else has it out by now, or everyone says I should have it out by now. But it's slowing down and saying, this is coming to me. The inspiration is coming to me as needed. And what I need will show up when I need it. And it's just allowing yourself to be, just in that flow. So next slide. And I am going to go, because this is a recorded class, the good thing is I can go through this information fairly quickly. That way we have time for a Q&A after class. And again, you will be able to access this video and rewatch and, and make your notes and all that good stuff. Enjoy it on a slower pace on the website, on the class pages, which you will be emailed. You were emailed, but I'll also do an additional email after the recording is up. So, restoring balance. Yes. This is something we must do on a daily. So restoring balance, what this looks like. So slowing down the breath. That is like one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself, is just to take a deep breath in, starting from the navel. You want to pull that breath all the way up through your chest and breathe it out. And think about, even visually think about, as I pull this breath up, I'm pulling up stress, worry, anxiety, doubt, fear, and I'm breathing out. I'm breathing all that out, and then I'm breathing in peace, encouragement, courage, strength. And so just give yourself time and moments throughout the day where you are taking slow breaths. And it's known that these breaths help empower the nervous system. They help recharge the mind, help rewire neurons. Like breath work and breathing exercises are everything. So just take time to slow down. And it's said that most of us don't breathe right. We're going through life breathing at a fast pace. It's not our normal pace. Again, all the fast living, it can sometimes speed up the heart rate, and we're just not breathing at a pace that is optimal for us. So again, that's where we can come in and just take our power back and slow down the breath. And if you feel that you're in a moment of anxiety or frustration, or, just in any low vibration, again, if you go back to the breath, it's going to get you there. It's going to help you raise your vibration and restore you. And that could look like you doing a guided meditation, guided breath work meditation. It could look like you resting. It could look like anything that helps you slow down your heart rate. That's going to get you there. And that could be listening to binaural beats, listening to my Energy Cleanse playlist. So yeah, plant medicine is our next point. Yay! So that's what I'm taking here, is plant medicine. And that could look like tonics like I'm taking now, or it could look like essential oils. It could be oil, it could be lotion. And plant medicine, there are high vibrations in this medicine. It's a technology. And as you tap into this divine medicine that the Most High has given us, this will get you through. This will get you your life in all kind of ways. So plant medicine, again, it starts with how you eat. Do your teas. And I would highly suggest if you're doing it for therapeutic purposes, caffeine free all the time. And that's another, whole another class I can talk about is just how caffeine is not the best for your vibration. It's not the best for your nervous system. It's not the best for your hormonal system. And they're all alternatives, like maca, that's a plant medicine that give you that energy and that boost. And there's adaptogens that give you that energy and that boost. And can you hand me the moon juice brain dust? Right there. Okay. So I'm gonna show you an adaptogen that I have that I use, and maybe the Moon Jelly one too. It's like right there by the Vitamix, the Vita Blender. So I'm gonna show you, so you'll see what I'm talking about. So you have adaptogens, and what adaptogens are that's what I'm gonna show you first here. It's plant medicine, and these are either superfoods, plants, and they're herbs, and what they are. Yeah. Okay. That one too. And then the Moon Deli, see it by the wall in that tray, the wood tray. Just, I have an adaptogen one, but so I'm going to show you these. And So basically what they're doing is they're going in and they're raising the vibration of the body, the nervous system, the immune system, the brain. And this medicine, once it goes into the body, you're able to now align and vibrate higher. So say for instance, I'm going to show you brain dust first. This is not sponsored. Even though like Moon Dust, like they reach out to me sometimes and want to send me products, but they're not paying me for this. So this is, I hope you can see this. This is Moon Dust by Moon Juice. And we have for Stigma, this is one called Chaga. You see that Chaga? And this is by Moon Deli. Moon Deli, these are all awesome brands that you should definitely go out. If you're looking to get into this lifestyle, they are absolutely amazing brands. So again, it's Moon Deli, it's Moon Juice, and For Stigma. And another good brand is Om Mushrooms, I think it's called. Yeah, Om Mushroom. And so brain dust, this one is actually like a mixture of, it's like a powder form, and it's a mixture of mushrooms. And this is going to like get you your life. So when I want to read, when I want to study, when I want to research, when I'm writing, adaptogens are the way to go for studying. But then also when I want to rest well, when I know that maybe I'm not having a full night's sleep for some reason for a few days, you take adaptogens, and again, you're able to sleep throughout the night. You take adaptogens if you notice that your energy has been low and you need to perform and you need results, you take adaptogens. Again, they raise your vibration, your energy. So adaptogens, that's one way. Another form of plant medicine would be essential oils. And a good brand, a company that I use is called Sage, and they spell it S-A-G-E. And Sage, like this brand is awesome because as you see, you can roll it on. You roll this on your pressure points, and that's how it enters the bloodstream and helps become medicine. You can do your temples. And then if you do the backs of your neck, you have a really good pressure point there. So you saw this part is roll on. And then what I like about them is that this part, like when you open the other end, you drip it. So if you need to like do it on larger sections of the body, like you want to put it on your chest or the back, or, it's your digestive area. So yeah, like that. This is a great brand. It also comes in like the medicine, the oils, the bath salts, the bath shower, what do you call it? The shower scrubs, the shower gels. It's not gel though, because it's all natural. So it's shower soaps and lotions. They have a whole line. So definitely check out Sage. And high quality. These are all high quality that are untainted, all organic and all pure ingredients, no chemicals. So again, plant medicine will get you there. Tea. Drinking your tea is another way just to fortify yourself and align from the inside out. We need a way. All of this is like taking a bath. And on the inside though, and working your muscles out through the inside out energetically. And they also raise your vibration. So that's all plant medicine. And I wish I could go on and on because I'm so passionate about plant medicine. Oh my goodness. And yeah. And I see some questions in the Q&A box, and we are totally going to get to those. I cannot wait. And then the third point here is to do more of what makes you vibrate higher. So what is it? What is it that makes you come alive? And that makes you just find your center, and it makes you feel like you can do life again, right? And you can be around the people you love again, right? Because sometimes our days can come and we're just like, look, I'm going within, and you'll see me when I'm ready to vibrate higher. I got to go self-care, so whatever that is for you, and explore. There's so many modalities, and it's okay that if one way doesn't work for you, if it doesn't work for you, explore into something else. And that's the power of vibration, because your vibration lets you, it reacts to stimuli. So whatever that stimuli is for you in your life that you're implementing, whatever that feedback is you get, if it doesn't do anything, then it's not your way. If it raises your vibration, that's your way, right? And so just start taking a note and just building, start building up your modalities that work for you. For some people, yoga does not get you there. For some people it does. Meditation, breath work, there's, dancing. There's so much that we can do. There's swimming in the ocean, taking salt baths, laughing, hugging. It's just so many ways to make you vibrate higher. Gratitude journaling, we're going to talk about. So yeah, you restore balance through these ways. Breath work, plant medicine, and doing more of what makes you vibrate higher restores your balance. So energy cleansing. All right. So energy cleansing. I love this topic. So let's talk about energy cleansing. This is where whatever you picked up in the world, we're energy beings, so we absorb energy. So whatever we have absorbed out from the world through social media, through the people we're around and what they're dealing with, we need a way to discharge this. And so energy cleansing is the way that we do this. So here we go. So number one is joy. Laughter is such a high vibration. So we want to find a way that we're able to restore joy. So what does that look like for you? Is that watching comedies? Is it, being around children? Is it, connecting to your inner child and doing things that makes you laugh, going to a park, calling up a friend that is going to, create joy in the conversation, but finding a way to have joy. And in the mystic world, they call it as being ecstatic, because when you have love and joy and peace all at one time, like this is the highest level. So we want to find a way to get into that joy frequency. It's such a high vibration. So yeah, and then moving right along is therapeutic baths. Yes, yes, yes. Now this therapeutic bath, these will get your life, and they will just do so much for you creatively. They help you expand. They help ideas birth. And when I was on the Black Girl and Own podcast, I talked a little bit about this, is that, when you get into that water, and so for one, you're going to be in there with salts. You're going to be in there with Epsom salt, sea salt, and you're going to be in there with your essential oils. You would take about 7 drops of these essential oils, and 7 drops of each one, because, as you're in that huge tub, right? And then you're going to also take, maybe I have a candle here, so let's show you. So you take a candle and essential oils, and you're ready, okay? But you're bringing the fire element in, and that's your strength, and that's your purifying. And you're just working with nature, and you're just, and again, this is all vibrational work. So for those who are new, you may not understand what this is doing yet, but once you try it, you're going to understand. And anyone in the chat can testify that therapeutic baths are everything. So again, you're going to take about 7 drops. If you want to mix, you can totally mix them. Like a good mix for relieving stress would be rosemary and lavender. If you're tension, if you have a lot of tension in your body and you're knotted up and you need a way to just kind of release your muscular system, then you would want to do eucalyptus and peppermint and lavender. And there's just so many mixes you can do. And again, just explore, right? And just really get into that. But what's going to happen is once you get into that water, the water and the salt salt is a magnet. So once you get into that water, it's going to drain everything out of you. It's going to pull energy and vibrations out of you that are not serving you. And it's going to take it out of you, down, off into the drain, off into forever. Not forever, but forever. So you want to definitely just sit in that bath for about 45 minutes. And you'll know when you're really, really getting to the good point is when you start sweating. If you haven't sweated yet, don't get out. And if you are sweating, keep going to where you feel like you can't go anymore. And I would say not more than 45 minutes. That's about it. But definitely go more than 20. Once you start sweating, you're there. That's when the healing starts taking place. But up until then, it's just accumulating. It's doing what it's doing. And once you start sweating, bam, you're detoxing now. And so you're detoxing energy. You're detoxing negative thoughts. You're detoxing pain, trauma, stress, worry, heartache, heartbreak, all of that. Let that water have it. Water is such a healing element. And then just connect to where you entered this life through the womb. That's water. So whenever you get back into that water, you're in a womb. But this time it's the womb of your mind, of creation, of healing, of restoring. And it's been said by so many creatives, and I testify, I do it all the time, is that when you get into that water, if you keep a notepad by you, you will write some of the most powerful things, whether it's thoughts, whether it's a to-do list, whether it's goals, or even if it's an answer you've been waiting for, get into the water and write that answer out. Let it channel through you. And one of my spiritual mother, Queen Afua, is just, so big on these baths. So every time I talk to her, she's like, how'd your baths this week go? She just always knows I'm going to do a bath. That's her thing. She always knows, that's her thing. She always goes to the bath. How are your bath this week? Because she wants to make sure you're doing your baths. So yes. And Oprah, Mother Oprah, that's her That's her way of vibrating higher, is therapeutic baths. So definitely take those baths. And music therapy is so important because you can do sound baths. You can listen to they say that listening to the music of when you grew up, your childhood, raises your vibration, and it emits more joy, and it relieves depression even. So listen to music you grew up with, and listen to music that slows the heart rate down. Listen to music or that you can dance to, right? But you don't want to listen to anything that has, just language in there that's going to, help you vibrate lower. But definitely positive music, clean versions, and the Energy Cleanse playlist on Spotify. That playlist was created with you in mind, with you vibrating higher in mind, and it's full of binaural beats. And binaural beats it's music that helps your brain align to a higher frequency. So these songs are created at a high frequency. So what happens when you put earphones on and you listen? If you don't have earphones, that's okay, but you get the best results with earphones. But sometimes you don't have them, have to have it. That's fine. Sometimes you don't have them, that's okay. Work with what you got, right? And so, but what happens is that you want to put the headphones on, listen to the music, and your brain is going to align with this high frequency. So if you're vibrating down here, it's going to literally bring you up here, and now you're at a high resonance with this high vibrational music, and you're going to feel better. There's binaural beats for healing, for studying, for creativity. I mean, for losing weight. I mean, it's just so amazing. So look up binaural beats on the website, and you'll be able to do that. And I am going to compile together some class notes as well that will be in the member section of some extra products and notes and all that. That'll be for all of y'all who have the membership. It'll be in the membership lounge with links and stuff. But I definitely want you to just look at music as a different way. Not only is it a way to just feel space, but it's also it's a tool and a technology to vibrate higher. And the Energy Cleanse playlist, again, if you don't have it, there's a link on my Instagram feed in my bio. And if you click in that, somewhere on that, it's on that list somewhere, you can find Energy Cleanse playlist on Spotify. So yes, I offer you that. And so any other points I want to make on music? Dance to music. Dance. Dancing raises your vibration. All right, and let's go to nurture and nourishing. Let me check the time. Yeah, we're doing good. Yay! I was making sure I'm on task today because I want to make sure to get your questions and all that good stuff. So, all right. So now, wait. Okay, I was trying to make that go away. So nurturing and nourishing. Now we want to make sure we're nurturing ourselves because, as adults, it's not frequent that we're getting nurtured like we were when we were children, right? So at what point though do we stop needing to be nourished, right? As an adult. Let me repeat that. At what time and point did you stop needing to be nurtured as an adult? And it never happened, right? But for some way and reason, life, it treats us in a way. You're an adult now, go off into the world. Or you're a teenager now, go off into the world and live your life. But we still need to be nurtured and we still need to be nourished. And so as high vibrational beings, we do that for ourselves and we nurture our lives. We reparent ourselves if we have to. If we didn't have that type of nurturing and nourishing from our parents, we do it ourselves, and that's called by reparenting. And that's something that I would definitely suggest that you look into and research in and look into the work of Dr. John Bradshaw. Dr. John Bradshaw, like I have his book, I don't know if you'll be able to find the book, but it's in the bookshelf or either on my nightstand. But his book is amazing, and it's so powerful for reparenting. And sometimes it's not that our parents didn't mean well. They meant well, but they didn't know. They didn't know these tools, or they didn't know how to be the most nurturing parent in a way that was going to, nurture our gifts, nurture who we came to the world to be, right? It was all about survival and, just the program of what that time and era was. So now we know better and we're able to do better. So definitely look at that. And if I can get the book for you, I'll show you that book. So now our first point I hear would be food medicine. So what are you eating? What is the vibration of your food? Food carries either a low vibration or a high vibration. And the goal here is not to tell you to be vegetarian or vegan or pescatarian, none of that. But what it is telling you to do is to eat high vibrationally. And as you eat high vibrationally, there will be things that you will naturally just give up yourself, because you notice now that it's not serving you, it's not serving your good, you're drained, it's taking your energy, it's lowering your vibration. Thank you. Okay, so here's the book, just a quick insert here. So Homecoming, this is the book by Dr. John Bradshaw, Reclaiming and Healing Your Inner Child. And this is so amazing for anyone who maybe has, just a wounded child thing going on. Definitely take a look at this book. And if you had a parent who was a wounded child and raised you, if you have a parent, again, that didn't nurture you to the ability you felt you needed, or if you're a parent and you want to make sure that you're nurturing your children right, get this book. It's everything, his whole work, all his work. So find him anywhere online and just stock his work, because he's everything. All right. So again, food medicine. So you want to definitely check in with the vibration of that food you're eating. But there's just some like non-negotiables. Like when you start looking into self-care, eating for self-care, eating for a high vibrational way of living, you just don't want chemical laden foods. You don't want, the candies on the aisles and the chips with all the dye and just the foods, the fast foods that are just dumbing us down and robbing our energy and vibration. And you just really, really want to look at food now as medicine. And that's what Socrates taught us, right? And let thy food be that medicine. And then look at, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How am I eating? Do I need to eat my heaviest meal in the evening? Like kind of switch it up. If you're noticing that you're getting tired in the evenings, or it's hard for you to wake up in the morning, look at the weight of your food. And a lot of times if you have, trouble sleeping at night and you're tired in the morning, that means you're eating too heavy at night. So you need to have your heaviest meal maybe at lunchtime. Also, you need to eat your most solid meal no later than 6 p.m. because the digestive system needs time to just rest and do its thing before you go to sleep. Or if not, all night long, it's going to be working and you're going to wake up like feeling like I'm still not rested. And it's because you haven't, like your body was working, your mind went to sleep, but your body was still working and active all night. So yeah, so just maybe eat lighter throughout the day, look into fasting, look into the different ways of fasting, liquid, salads, fruit, 1 meal a day, like it's so many ways. And look into vegetables. Do vegetables do it for you? Do fruits do it for you? Or are you the type of person where you need more cooked meals? Raw foods don't work for everyone. So do you need cooked vegetables? So look into all the ways. And again, more information classes are coming on this, but just use that as a way to nurture yourself from a way of food, how you're fueling your body. Gratitude journaling. Yes, yes, yes. This is everything for me. Gratitude journaling is a way to rewire the brain. And if you go 21 days with gratitude journaling, it is known that you will cure yourself of depression, of anxiety, of the habit of worry and stress. And what gratitude journaling does is that it programs the mind to look for the positive in life. So what you do is every day you write down 3 new things that you're grateful for. It could be big, it could be small, but whatever it is, it's training the mind to today I have to look for these things. And the mind can't be grateful and stressed at the same time. It's just not going to happen. It can't occupy 2 spaces. So again, that's why you want to use this as a nurturing tool to nurture the mind back into a high vibration, a place of alignment and high vibration. So that's one thing to do. And the other thing is prayer and meditation, which we started this class off with. Prayer and meditation are so powerful. Prayer is you seeking, meditation is you receiving. So whichever one you feel like you want to do, and both, by all means, go for it, because this is a way for you to connect with the divine, tuning out the world. This is a way to slow down. And you're just getting that high frequency, high vibrational, supreme line of communication going. So definitely look into that. The nervous system, here we go. All right, so the nervous system, this is a class, because there's so much that I want to say and go into, but I can't do it all today for the sake of time, but stay tuned for the class. But what we will talk about today is you want to upgrade your system. And y'all, excuse me just for 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me just get some here. This one, where is it? Okay. There's a product here I'm going to show you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me take that brief step away. But this is a product I'm going to show you in just a second. So upgrade your nervous system. What that looks like is, let me check on time. All right, we're good. So upgrading your nervous system is so important because as you start stepping into your work, thank you, as you start stepping into your work of your higher calling and you start really showing up in the world, your nervous system, because it has been used, it's programmed, because it's been used to operating at a certain frequency and vibration, is going to be shocked. And a lot of times it's not going to be able to perform. Your mind may be able to perform, but after, you'll know if your nervous system isn't performing well, if you feel drained, if you have anxiety after, if you feel scattered, if you have a headache after. So all that means, it's okay though. It's okay. Love yourself into this. What it means is that you just have to do a little more work in upgrading your nervous system now to meet this new high vibrational path in life you're on, in this work you're doing, this relationship you're in, whatever you called in, that you're doing this work now on a nervous system level to match that, to show up right, show up in a high vibrational way. So your parasympathetic nervous system, oh my gosh, parasympathetic nervous system. This is so important because in a nutshell, this is your part of your nervous system that slows you down, that calms you down. And the way that we're able to tap into this is through the slow breathing, through making space, through taking baths, through energy cleansing, anything that could take us back to just that breath, that alignment, feeling comfort within ourselves, feeling nourished. These are all ways of strength. Everything we talked about up to this point, these are ways of strengthening your nervous system and then activating the parasympathetic nervous system. So when you have time, definitely look all into this because it's so intriguing, right? And another thing that you can do is, there's exercises you can do. For one, is you can actually activate the nervous system. So interestingly is that they have, it's a link in your underarm, your armpits, right in here, your underarms. And if you massage like all this area, a lot of times you'll even notice sometimes it's a little tender. You really get in there good. And that actually resets and strengthens your nervous system. And you just get in there really well. You can use your oils if you have to, and you'll notice that it feels really, really comforting. And that's your nerve that you help. There you go, reset it. Or you can do where you stand up and you do a forward bend where you just let your arms hang free. Your head is actually kind of by your knee and you're allowing the blood to rush to your brain. And that's another way to reset your nervous system and to strengthen it. Both of these are like workouts. It's yoga. These are actually yoga moves. And these are practicing Kundalini yoga. And so you're able to do these practices for the sake of strengthening, training, aligning the nervous system. All right. And empowerment. The whole goal of vibrating higher and of self-care is to eventually bring us to a place of empowerment, right? So just keep in mind that as you do this work, as you realign yourself, that your ultimate goal is to not stay in a place where you're not empowered, but to be empowered and to show up in your work that way, in your relationships, in your parenthood, whatever it is you're doing in life. You know, as a creator, show up from a place of empowerment. Taking your power back. Yes, yes, yes. This is so important because we're all here to be who we are sent here to be and nothing else, right? The world can sometimes allow us to be what it wants us to be, but that takes our power away, right? And so some of the ways you take your power back would be to remember who you are. You are not the stress. You are not what happened to you. You are not the names people called you. You are not the pain you're feeling. You are not the emotional stress you're going through. You are not the heartaches, the hardship, the failure. You're none of that. Who you are is the spirit being who came here to be the hero of your life and not the victim. So as you remember this in life, this empowers you and it puts perspective on who you are. Because sometimes the world will come and it will lie to you and tell you who you are, but that's not you. That's not you. You are not the situations. You are the spirit experiencing them. And it's a total difference, right? And so it's like when you get into your car, when you go to a birthday party, you're not the birthday party. You are not the birthday party. You're just a person observing the birthday party. And so start looking at your emotions and your situations in your life that way. This is not me. but this is something I'm experiencing and observing in the order to vibrate higher, to get the lesson for my work, whatever it is I showed up here to do, to, as the third point, operate in my purpose. So all of it, you take your power back by understanding that everything you go through was for the purpose of you vibrating higher, being more fortified, being more enriched, sharpening your skills, cultivating, developing yourself. And and going back to point number 2 is when these things happen, just think about that. When you feel low on yourself, remember, I'm not the victim, I'm the hero. And that's a big plot twist. When that happens, your life is so empowered. All right. So remember who you are and change the game. Thriving. At the end of the day, it's all about thriving, right? We're not here to not thrive. Again, that's a part of empowerment. So live intentional. Get up every day and know today, this is how I'm living today. This is my intention for the day. Set your intentions. And that could be like, my intention for today is to get my work done, is to be a light in the world, to be a beacon. My intention is to, show my high vibrations in my work. My intention is to eat healthy today. My intention is to speak with love today. Whatever that looks like for you, right? Share your gifts. Thriving is part of sharing your gifts, because a lot of times in life when you don't feel like you're thriving, it could be because you're not sharing your gifts from your most authentic place, or you're not sharing your gifts at all, So you don't want to share from comparison. You don't want to share from pressure. You want to share from a place of peace. Again, going back to slowing down what that looks like for you, waiting for divine timing to put your work out, waiting for divine timing to give you the inspirations, but then sharing them, not sitting on them, because then that's a place of, if you wait too long, if you're too slow, it's art. If you're too slow and never put anything out, then, that's not serving you or the most high or the collective, So share your gifts and you'll feel great purpose in the world and vibrate higher daily. Yay! So yes, vibrate higher daily. At the end of it, we're here to help the world vibrate higher, help each other vibrate higher, and help your world, your family, your children, whoever it is that you are in link with and here to do life with, help them vibrate higher. But we all need you. We need each other to vibrate higher. Think about the world once it's vibrating higher. That's amazing, right? So self-care is how you take your power back. And that's that. All right, so I'm going to stop screen sharing for a second and I'm back. Hey, everyone. All right, so I am back and I'm so glad that we have time for Q&A and for the chat section. And let's see if there's any questions. Someone said, unlike the last class, I cannot see other attendees track questions, etc. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the reason for that is that we have more people. So I had to upgrade to a different type of format here. So we have to do a webinar. So webinar, it gives us a little different options on here, but you can, you should be able to see the chat section on the right of the screen. Can you see the chat section? Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can change that. Maybe there's a way. I was hoping that there was a way to do this. Let me think, y'all. Hold on. Does anyone? Someone said, I see nothing. Okay. Yeah, let me figure this out. There should be a way for you all to see the chat section. And I think that that's supposed to be happening. Y'all, I'm learning as I go too, see? But what I'll do, oh, someone said they're seeing the chat section. Oh yeah, there's people seeing it. Okay, yay, there are people seeing it. Okay, yay, y'all. So Naya can't see it. Can you see it now, Naya? Okay, yes, they're seeing it. Yay, okay, we're good. Okay, yeah, can you see it? They're seeing it. Okay, yay. Okay, so yeah, we're in alignment now. Just now pop. Yes, yay. It's on the bottom if you don't see it on this. It's on the bottom if you don't see it on the slide side. Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you, Laura. Okay. Okay, yeah. So so now how's everyone doing? Let's do a quick check-in before we do Q&A. Is everyone good? Yay, good, good, good. Awesome. Loving the class. Oh, thank you. I'm loving the class. I'm loving spending time here with y'all because it is so important to be linked up in this world with like other like-minded beings, and just to be able to create space together, hold space for each other as we're growing and evolving and vibrating higher. This is so important. And so this is the main reason why I wanted to create these classes, create online memberships even on the site. That's even further, where we just, hold space for each other. And you get, for the membership, you get 2 classes each month within your membership, which is only $22, $7 more than what you're paying for 1 class. And so you get curated content, and we have upgraded. We've added more content just in the last couple of days to the membership site. So yeah, look into membership if you want to keep growing with us in this way. But let's look at the Q&A. All right. So let's go see if I can. Now, what I'm going to do in the Q&A is I will go through and just, try to target questions that on a collective level help the collective. Let's see. Can crystals add to vibrating higher self-care? Identify as a Christian, but I also feel drawn to Christian. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that's a great question. Crystals definitely can help you raise your vibration. They are a way to, like, I have a crystal here. Let me show y'all this like beautiful little setup that the Now sent me. Like, I have a video I'm gonna add on my story. They just sent me this, and I'm already wearing it out. But it's like a crystal, and basically crystals help the energetics of your space. Now, and granted, you as a Christian, you're not worshiping the crystal. It's just like plant medicine. You know that this is an element of the earth. It's a mineral, and it just has properties to help the space cleanse, and vibrate higher. Just like a plant. You put a plant in your room, in your home, it helps purify the air. Crystals do the same thing. So when you come from a place of just that kind of logic, then you're able to feel okay with it. But it's no woo-woo stuff about it. You're not worshiping the crystal, but you're honoring it for as a sacred element of the earth. Okay. This is interesting. Somebody called Lalah Delia asked a question. How did that happen? Is that you?
No, it shouldn't be.
That is so weird. Okay, anyway, okay. So somebody on is called Lalah Delia. Okay, let's answer Lalah Delia's question. Okay, how do we balance out things that we think make us vibrate higher, but may not be in? How do we balance out things that we think make us vibrate higher, but may not be high vibrational? That's good. In other words, how do we know? Okay, how do we know of what to find joy in toxic or not? Okay. So this question is really good. We're going to answer this. So, and what I'll do is I'll try to answer the question, as many questions as I can, and we'll in class right at 12, in the recording right at 12. And then if we go over, if you want to stay over for a little bit after the recording is over, let's do it. Okay, we'll keep going. So, so how do we balance out things that we think may make us vibrate higher but are not high vibrational? Yes. So that the way you do that is you want to look at, is this person adding to my life or subtracting? Am I having to go backwards in a direction where I'm coming from and not headed for this person, for this thing? Does this thing take away from what I'm doing vibrationally? Like, because let's talk about it like this. That's okay. That's fine. So vibrationally, and it's known that we only have a certain amount of energy each day. Energy can be measured. And so just like any electrical being, there's only so much charge we have. So you want to look at how much charge am I giving each day? If I give out my charge to this thing, to this person, am I getting it back in a way? Anything that is high vibrational for you, as you interact with it, will feed you, will charge you back. That's a relationship. That's food. That's going to a place in nature. Anything that you show up to and you expose yourself to, it's a synergy back and forth. Now, relationships and foods and things that don't do that, it's a one-sided operation and relationship. That's not you. That's not your thing. That's not high vibrational. And so that's how you'll know. Okay. So, okay. And how do you make your tonic? So the tonic is this. You would just take a tablespoon. And if you're really looking into doing like, something where you really need power right away, you can do up to 3 tablespoons. And all you do is mix it in a cup of warm or hot water, and you take it like a tea. Or you can do like your warm nut milks. I love it with macadamia or almond milk. And that's a way. And you just drink it. You can drink it, 3 to 4 times a day. Sometimes I just do 2 times a day, but if I'm really studying that day and really need to produce some work, maybe up to 3 or 4. Or if you're trying to heal and you work on your immune system, do it more. Okay, yeah, we saw that. What binaural beats do you recommend? That's a great one. So binaural beats, I definitely recommend my Energy Cleanse playlist on Spotify. And if someone could possibly put that link in on the chat for my Energy Cleanse playlist, everyone could find that, or just how to find it, that would be great. But I have tons of binaural beats on there for sleeping, for studying, and you'll see all the artists, you'll see the albums, and it's just like, bam, it'll get you going. And Stephen Halpern is my favorite, one of my favorite artists. And he is known as a godfather of binaural beats. Now, granted, this music was around for centuries, since ancient times, right? There was no name for it, but this is what they were doing. And music was healing. And this is the original purpose for music, for healing and reaching higher levels of spirituality and, with the divine. But in modern times, we call it binaural beats because now we're seeing on a scientific level and a medical level what it's doing. It's raising one hemisphere. It's basically aligning both hemispheres. It can do that. And it also calms the nervous system. It rewires the brain. It boosts the immune system. It does so much. So that'll help you. Okay. Says, what is your morning routine to vibrate higher throughout the day? I just started meditating and smudging before. Okay. It says, what is your morning routine to vibrate higher throughout the day? I've just started meditating and smudging before I leave the house. Yeah, that's perfect. Smudge, meditate, set your intentions, slow down. A lot of times when we leave the house, we're rushing, we're in a hurry, we're checking, we're trying to beat the clock. So just take a few moments each day. This is what I do. I slow down and I give thanks. I send positive vibrations on the road before me, where I'm going. I send love and light all the way there. And I set an intention and I do 3 things I'm grateful for. I do that every day. And I have my young son do it as well before he leaves for his day. So definitely, and then also, let's see, my morning routine consists of spiritual work. I do my spiritual work in the mornings just to align and vibrate higher. I do my tonics in the morning. I do tea. I do water. I think one of the main things for me is after I wake up, brush my teeth, I drink a big glass of water just to start my body hydrating, because you've been resting and fasting all night. You're breaking your fast. And the best thing to do to break your fast is not food, but water and liquids. And so you want to do that first thing and set your intention for that day. And what I'm going to do is we're going to continue on the live, but I am just going to stop the recording. Let's see. So I do want to thank everyone for being here, watching the class, being here in the live, and we're going to continue to grow together and vibrate higher together. And I'm here to support you. So thank you so much for joining self-care class, and I'll see you in the next class, everyone. And again, for those who want to stay around, just stay on and I will answer more questions. But those who, out of respect for your time, if you have to leave, by all means, thank you for being here. And I'll see you next time. Until then, vibrate higher.